Studio microphone. What Princess Leonor gave up to stand where she is today. A palace, a crown, a destiny set before birth. But here's the twist, everything you see today. It came at a price. A childhood interrupted, dreams sacrificed, a girl turned queen in training. This is the truth the cameras never show. And once you know it, you will never see Princess Leonor the same way again. Princess Leonor de Bourbon, the young heir to the Spanish throne, did not simply grow into the life we see today by chance. The image of the perfectly poised future queen standing beside her parents, King Felipe and Queen Letizia, is the result of years of discipline, of expectations placed on her shoulders before she could even speak in full sentences. From the moment she was born in October 2005, Leonor's life was no longer just her own. Her first cries were heard not only by her family but by millions of Spaniards waiting to welcome a future monarch. That moment marked the beginning of a life that would demand far more from her than most could imagine. At just 8 years old, when most children are worried about their first exams or playdates, Leonor was already attending private lessons in protocol. She was being quietly prepared for the day when she would stand before a nation and swear her loyalty to the Spanish Constitution. But let's pause here and ask, what did she lose to gain this level of discipline so young? The answer begins with her childhood. While her classmates played in the park after school, Leonor's schedule often included language lessons, history tutorials, and carefully managed public appearances. Every photo, every gesture, every word had to be considered, not just for today, but for how it would be remembered years from now. This wasn't just about etiquette. It was about the weight of expectation. A mistake for her would not just be embarrassing, it could make international headlines. Imagine the quiet moments at home. The sound of her mother, Queen Letizia, explaining the importance of speaking clearly, holding her head high, knowing when to smile, and when to stay silent. Some say Leonor gave up a carefree adolescence. The kind where you can post silly photos online without consequences. The kind where you can argue with friends without the world watching. She has no such luxury. Every friendship, every decision is scrutinized, weighed, and reported on. But there is more. Leonor gave up anonymity, the ability to blend into a crowd. Wherever she goes, whether it is a school trip, a casual outing, or an international event, cameras follow. Security shadows her steps. Spontaneity becomes almost impossible. And yet, she has never once appeared resentful in public. Instead, what we see is determination. This leads to the next curiosity loop. How did she transform this pressure into strength? The answer lies in her education and her inner circle. Her parents made a decision early on to give her as normal a life as possible, at least within palace walls. She shares chores with her sister Sophia. She has pets. She is encouraged to read, to play, to laugh. But outside, she must be perfect. In 2023, when Leonor began her military training, she gave up yet another piece of her comfort zone. The royal uniform came with early mornings, grueling physical challenges, and the demand to prove herself not as a princess but as a soldier in training. Her first day at the military academy became a defining moment. She stood straight, her hair pulled back, her expression calm. Behind that calm was courage. She was not just representing herself, she was representing Spain. And that brings us to one of the most profound sacrifices, freedom of choice. While many teenagers can choose their career path, Leonor has had hers decided. Since birth, there is no option to walk away, no alternative life waiting for her. Her future is Spain. Her destiny is the crown. But here's the deeper twist, this is not a burden she carries unwillingly. Those close to her say she embraces it. That she has learned to see the crown not as a weight, but as a purpose. This is why she continues to stun the world with her presence. Because every step she takes has been hard-earned. Every smile, every bow, every handshake represents years of practice, hours of guidance, moments where she chose duty over desire. Let's talk about the emotional side of this transformation. Leonor is said to be deeply close to her mother, Queen Letizia. It is Letizia who reportedly ensures that Leonor never feels like just a symbol, but like a person with her own dreams and fears. This closeness may be the secret behind Leonor's quiet confidence. But even that bond was not without its own tension. When Leonor was younger, there were reports of Queen Letizia clashing with members of the royal household over how Leonor should be raised, whether she should have more freedom or be prepared more strictly for her role. In the end, preparation won. And this is where the story deepens, because Leonor's sacrifices are not just about what she lost, but about what she is building. She is shaping herself into a queen that Spain can trust. Her appearances in Denmark, her speeches on Spanish national holidays, her respectful interactions with foreign royals, all of these moments are proof that she is not merely surviving her destiny, she is thriving in it. By the time we reach the present, Princess Leonor has given up the chance to live a completely private life, but what she has gained is the power to inspire millions. And so we end where we began, with the image of a young woman standing where few ever stand, on the path to a throne. What Princess Leonor gave up was innocence, anonymity, and freedom of choice. What she gained was purpose, strength, and the love of a nation that sees her not just as a future monarch, but as a symbol of Spain's future. And that is why, the next time you see her step out before the cameras, remember this: the crown may look light, but it was forged from every sacrifice she has ever made.